Hi guys, welcome back to ETS2, and you'll be surprised to find that I'm in Cambridge. Okay, what's happened is I've installed Project Balkans and Russian Open Spaces to give us even more map to explore. And when you do that, it comes up with a message saying that a game change has been detected because the world has changed, and it parks you in a safe place. And the safe place it decided to park me is back at my garage in Cambridge. But I'm okay with that because, you know, we've put in this extra territory, so I'm fine with that. It's okay. So I'm not in Russia anymore. That's the key thing. But I don't think that's a big issue. We can easily head back that way or wherever we fancy. The first thing is rest, because we do need to rest. If I check my page, I've only got 3 hours, so I think I'm going to rest. And the advantage as well is that the maintenance yard in Cambridge is right opposite our garage, near enough. So I'm just going to go into here. And you can see we've still got these gates. There's a bus going by with a nice paint job on it. I'm hoping these gates are going to open for us. Might have to get straight to the middle of them, or closer. Ah, there we go. There you go. Look, there's the gates open for us. So that's the result. Now I flicked the edge of them there. It's just, yeah, that's better. There we go. No problem. Cool. Gates are closing behind us. I don't think you can see that in the mirror, but they are. So turn the engine off and rest. And then we're going to look for a job. But before I look for a job, I'm going to have a look in the bank, because that loan is going to cost us £64,000 to pay it off, and we've got 93. Now, I know not everybody would do this, but I'm going to repay the loan. Saves interest, so we've now still got 29,000. I can borrow 415. Now, what I'd also like to do is just have a quick look in the truck dealer. My favourite being Volvo. So I just want to have a look and see when the next trucks are available. 10, level 10, 14, 16, 12, 16 again. Oh, I like the look of that. FH16 4x2 chassis, Globetrotter XL, engine power 750 horsepower. Wow. So there's another 750 horsepower there. So 700 there. That's available from 14. 10 will give us 600 horsepower. And what have we got at the moment? 540. So level 10, we can get another 60 horsepower. So I think that's probably what I will aim to do. Let's get out of that now then. Right, so let's go back to where we were. And we are going to find a job. So, bearing in mind our job has now got to start in Cambridge. Okay, Dijon, France. Yeah, could do. Flensburg, Germany. Well, there's not much difference in... Not much difference in the money, but the Flensburg one will cost us a little more to cross over because we're going by ferry, but it will count as rest time. However, we're not going to be that tired because we're not that far from it anyway. I think we need to go Dijon. I think we do. We take that. We're not going to get any rest on the tunnel, so we'll have to rest somewhere along the way. But the total time is 16 hours. That's fine. I'm going to go for that. Let's give that a go. Well, yeah, my logic of paying off the bank loan really is to save the interest, and then I've got all the borrowing capability available to me should I require it. Though at the moment, I don't really think I do, because what I want to do is sort of head for level 10 and get that better lorry. That's my hope. Now, how close have I got to get to you before you open? Come on, gates, open for me. Not sure why they didn't open then. Let's try seeing if... I think sometimes you sort of need to get to the middle of the gates. Ah, there we go. Look, that's fine. Just me. No big deal. Right. Now, the only problem is I think I'm still near that post. Let's get out of there. Right, we've got a car coming. Here we go. Good. Okay. Excellent. Nothing coming that way. Not a lot happening that way either. So we're fine. So we'll head up here. Make sure I'm not going too fast. The hotel in Cambridge is just on our right there, so there's a hotel we could rest at as well. We've got an Audi to our right here. But this job, I think, is coming from Raven. Let's just try and turn in here, around about the middle of the gates. See if they'll open for us. Yep, there we go. There's the gate opening. So we'll just let that open. You do have to watch the ones that open outwards. You go up to a gate and it opens outwards, and you need to reverse back a bit to get out of its way while it opens. But other than that, that's a pretty cool mod, I think. Okay, so yep, sausages, Cambridge to Dijon. We had sausages earlier, didn't we? We're taking a few sausages around the world. Why not? Cool trailer. Rest stop. Okay. So at the Raven Depot in Cambridge, and we're going to pick up our trailer. But I can get round to it. Can I get round to it? No, probably not. Just pull forward a touch and... Still haven't cleared that rubbish up down there. I've told them about that 3 or 4 times now. It's just not good enough, is it really? Of course, the other thing we could do if we had enough money, or we borrowed enough money, I suppose, would be upgrade our garage, but I'm not really worried about doing that at the minute. As I've said before, my strategy is sort of get to the best lorry as early as I can, and then customise that and get the very best situation I can get, allocate all my skills, and then start buying some garages and at some point hiring some drivers, but that's a long way in the future for me. At the end of the day, in order to hire another driver, you've got to have another slot in the garage, you've got to buy another lorry, all of which you've got to borrow the money for. Now, I don't really want to do that. So, may not be the way everybody plays games, and a lot of people go for hiring drivers as early as they can, so they bring in income, which I can understand. I tend to approach it slightly differently. So, hey. Okay, so we're going to go out of Cambridge. We're going down to the Channel Tunnel. We could get to Dover and get a ferry, but we'll go down to the tunnel to cheaper. Let these guys go. But after having paid the loan, we've still got nearly 30k in the bank, so that's not bad. Not bad at all. Well, that is not my fault. He just drove into the back of my trailer. How can you say that's an offence? That is annoying. That is the part of the game which is a little bit annoying, I have to say. If it worked on the basis of whose fault it was, it's his fault. No way, that's my... I didn't do anything. All I did was drive around the roundabout. He just drove into the back of me. And then I got fined for it. Shouldn't have done any damage though, I thought. No, there's no damage. It's okay. The AI does still do some daft things at times, and that was a prime example of it. Fining me for that, well, definitely not on in my view, but there you go. Right, let's put that in the past and head to London initially, because we need to head down towards M25 way to get round to go down to the tunnel. We need to go off here basically onto the M11, which you'll remember from previous episodes, I'm sure. Okay, so keep an eye on the AI up here because I don't trust it now. I don't trust any of you. Don't even trust the ones on the other side of the road, and that's saying something. I'm still looking out for buses, see if we see any buses with some nice paint jobs and logos and stuff on. We should do, the Jazzy Cat mod is still in, so hopefully we'll be seeing some of that. Haven't seen any buses lately, but perhaps as we get close to London we'll see more buses. That would make certainly make sense. 9 o'clock in the morning on a Thursday, so ought to be some buses around somewhere. Lorries on the other side of the road. Guarantee if you're looking out for something like a paint job on a bus, you won't see a bus for absolutely ages. It's always away. Not to worry. But whilst I say what my strategy is, I mean, if you want to suggest something different, I'm more than open to suggestions. That's just sort of my plan technically, but open to suggestions about doing things differently. If you think you've got a better way, there's a bus. It's got some logos of some sort on the side. So yeah, that mod is definitely still working. Another one now. Yeah, definitely. So, okay, don't need to panic about that. So we're going off up here. So, yeah, I mean, if you've got suggestions, comment, tell me what you think I should do, what you want me to do. In the day, guys, it's your channel, so if you comment and tell me you'd like to see me make this journey or do this strategy or whatever, then I'm open to it, really. Okay, so heading towards Felixstowe now. Basically, we're heading onto the M25, which goes round. We'll go round past Felixstowe and then round towards Dover, I guess. You see those Promods signs, keep your distance on that one. If only the M25 were ever this quiet at 9:30 in the morning. I think not. I think not. I've never seen the M25 this quiet at midnight, let alone 9 in the morning. But then if it was absolutely realistic, we would just be sitting in traffic now and not moving for ages upon end, which there's no real fun in that, is there? Oh, you've got the same trailer as me, best stop. Okay, so queue's likely, yeah, the M25, that's very likely, I would say. We'll get down to the tunnel, we'll cross into France, and then we'll head for Dijon. Is that where the mustard comes from? I assume it is. Dijon mustard, isn't it? Imagine that's where that comes from. Dijon, I think, is sort of central southern France. Something like that, so that'd be cool. I mean, we might again be covering some roads that we haven't been on. I mean, we haven't been to Dijon yet, so hopefully we'll be covering a bit more of the road. But of course now we've got even more to do because I've installed Russian open spaces and Project Balkans, which gives a few more cities and a bit more road and stuff. And they seem to work well with Promods and Rusmap. The Project Balkans map, when you download it, there's a readme in there which tells you the correct order of the files for it to work with Promods and Rusmap. And the game isn't crashing and saying it has a problem with anything, so therefore I assume everything is working fine. But I don't think I'll be installing too many more map mods. I think that's probably enough now. I do quite like those animated gates though, that's quite cool. And the bus pack, Jazzy Cat, I mean, bound to be good at some Jazzy Cat anyway. Never found a problem with any of his mods, they always seem to just work, which is really good. This should be a fairly straightforward journey, I would think. On the right now you can see those railway lines with those big sort of rectangular arches, I suppose you'd call them, over the top. That's the Channel Tunnel line, I think. Because it does come from further up, I think. Unless I'm mistaken, that line goes all the way to St Pancras in the centre of London, near King's Cross, I think. I'm sure there's a big station at Ashford, isn't there a terminal at Ashford International or something? That's in Kent. And then obviously it's somewhere down near Folkestone because that's where we're heading, so that could actually be Ashford, come to think of it. But I think from there it does go into central London to King's Cross and Pancras, I think. Never actually been on the Channel Tunnel. I've been on ferries across to France, but never on the tunnel. I think it's nice, in some ways it's nicer to go on a ferry because you can, you know, leave your car, go walk around, go up to the bar, up to the shops, go and relax and have a coffee, do whatever. On the tunnel you can't do any of that because you basically pull on the train, sit there till you get to the other end and then pull off the train. So I think it's quicker and cheaper. So I think, and of course less weather dependent. I mean, ferries can get stopped by really bad weather. Get really bad storms sitting over the channel or something, the ferries probably won't run. That clearly won't affect the trains much, it being underground in the tunnel, so yeah, but I've never been on it. I'll just try it one day. Okay, so fairly straightforward trip down to Folkestone, I think. There is Folkestone on the signpost now, Folkestone, Southampton. So yes, I do indeed think we're going off that way according to the route advisor, which would make perfect sense. I've still got the extra mirrors turned off that ETS gives you, purely because I think it's more realistic to have those off, and I've got track IR, so I shouldn't really need them. I recommend track IR if you want to, if you haven't got it, I would seriously suggest it. It does make life so much easier. Doing things like that. If you want to check if there's anything coming, just move your head and have a look. So cool. Oh, you can do it with keys that adjust the camera view, but I always found that much harder. Especially as I don't even have my keyboard near my hand because I'm using my wheel to control the truck, and then fact, I have to look around, so you don't need the keyboard at all. Okay, so Tracker does sometimes have a few funny 5 minutes, and you have to just go into the software and just reset the view, recenter it, and press F12 to center it, I think, and that just recenters it and gets back to the view properly. But you can see we can look all the way around the back window. I don't really know what more you'd want, to be honest. I think it's adds a lot in terms of realism. So let's get down here. We're in a 50-mile-an-hour limit now, and the tunnel's not far, so we'll soon be on the Channel Tunnel. Or as the French will say, Tunnel sous la Manche. And just about work that out. Sous is under, I think. S-O-U-S. I think that means under. The. And Manche, I think, is the word for channel in French. It's not sea because la mer is the sea. So I think Manche must be channel. So tunnel sous la Manche, tunnel under the channel. I think that's what it is. Whatever it is, we are soon going to be there. I hope. I'm going a bit fast though. And of course, as soon as I enable the cruise control, we come to a junction. We need to go right at this junction. And there's a traffic light, and guess what? It's on red. Oh, how unusual. My luck with traffic lights is just appallingly bad. You'd have thought law of averages I'd get a few more of them on green, but clearly that doesn't work. So we're okay going around there. And it's another red traffic light. That's a shock. That's the exit we want down there. Posted an A20. That'll take us to the tunnel. Don't know where that bus just went. Those are all pretty quiet, which for this area of the country it's not right at all. There's a lot busier than this, but as I say, you wouldn't want to just be sitting still in traffic, would you? Nothing more frustrating than that. And it would just add time to the videos. Make it a lot harder to get these things recorded for you guys and so on. So there are realistic traffic mods you can put in, which mainly increase traffic in the cities, I think, which is fair enough. But with the number of traffic lights that I seem to manage to always get to on red, I don't need anything to slow us down any further, like heavy traffic. So here's the tunnel. Here on the route advisor coming up. Okay, so we're coming up on the tunnel entrance. Go down there, round here, and where? The tunnel. There's no what we need to do is find an entrance way with the barriers up. Here's one. This will do us. We'll a little turn down there. Yep, it's fine. Shell V-Power tanker on that one behind us. There we go. Hit enter, and we're going to Calais, that's right. Often has a bit of a pause at this point, I'm not quite sure why, but it does. But there we go. Depart. I'm wondering as well if, because we're going through France, we might achieve some more of the Bon Voyage achievements, which is about visiting French cities, I think. So we might actually get some more of that as well. We'll see. I don't think I've seen us get anywhere on the landmark tour achievement as yet. I'm not sure where the landmarks are, to be honest, which landmarks he's talking about, and I can't find a list to tell me exactly what it's talking about, so mind you, I haven't looked that hard either, to be fair. There probably is a list, I just haven't looked at it yet. But I'm sure we'll achieve some of them as we go around, driving around the world. You're bound to achieve quite a few of these things. And so we're comfortably out of there. It's 19 mile an hour limit again in the tunnel. Which is incredibly slow. There you go. When you think of the number of lorries that could be coming off those trains and going in onto the trains and everything else, I guess it's understandable enough. So we will just let it roll gently down to the end here, and then we've got to remember driving on the right again, because I'm back in Europe. And then head down towards the south of France. Just trying to think where our next job might be if we're down in the south of France. I don't know, to be honest, maybe Italy? Maybe across towards Hungary? And head that way, Romania? There's plenty of options over that way, but we certainly haven't been anywhere near yet. But it depends on what jobs are available, so we'll have a look when the time comes. Let that guy go. Nice. And then we need to immediately turn right. We have been this way before, but this is not a new road to us, so I remember this very well. I can't actually remember where the load was going to when we came down here, but I know we've been down here. So let's just out of there. I'll look that way. Everything's fine. Well, I don't know if you guys have driven in France, but French law says you have to carry things like a first aid kit, a warning triangle in case you break down, a fire extinguisher. I think there's something else as well. But those are things you have to have in your car. But we don't worry about in the UK so much. Most people do tend to have warning triangles in cars as standard these days, I think. First aid kits tend to be fairly standard as well. Fire extinguishers, not so much. I don't think my car, which is quite new, actually had a fire extinguisher in it. I remember seeing one. In France, you have to have one, I believe. I swear 100% to it, but I believe you do. Personally, if the car was on fire, I don't think I'd be standing around with a fire extinguisher trying to put it out. I'd be legging it before it decides to blow. want your petrol tank going up, and the last place you want to be standing is next to it if that happens, in my view. So I don't think I'd be trying to do too much with it, and the fire extinguishers tend to be very small anyways, they're not going to achieve a lot. Not if it's any decent sort of car fire. If there's a minor internal fire or something, then I suppose it might be useful to that extent, but usually caused by wiring or something like that. Get a wiring issue, then maybe that could create a small fire, and the fire extinguisher could be useful for putting that out, but anything that's going to be like a petrol tank, no, I'm not going to be standing there, I'm afraid. Okay, so on we go. So how far are we? 388 miles, 10 hours, and we've got 5. So we can get about halfway before we need to rest. But then again, we can rest any time we feel like, because we're under 11 hours, so it doesn't matter, and we're only going to rest once on this journey, so I'll do this journey all in one video if that's okay with you guys. I don't think it'll be all that long. It's only 380 miles, so it shouldn't be that bad. I'll probably have 2 very short ones if I cut it in half, so I think I'll try and do it all in one. Unless anything goes awry, of course. Like, yeah, another red traffic. Oh, my word, traffic light changed to green for me. Oh, shock! Unbelievable. I'm not complaining, it's something of a result, but just generally don't have that sort of luck. Right, okay. 50-mile-an-hour limit, but some tight old bends around here, so I don't think we'll be doing 50 around some of these. This one looks quite sharp too. The 50 is a little bit optimistic for a truck around some of these bends, but there we go. Okay, so there is a turning to the left. Not sure where that goes. We're not going that way. Where does it say it goes? Oh, Lille and Brussels. Didn't we go across Brussels way when we came this way before? I think we did. I think we might have gone down there. So now we could well be on to new roads to explore. I think we turned Lille Brussels way before. Might be wrong, but I've sort of got the feeling that's what we did. There's a bus. Logos on the side. That's a really good mod, that bus mod. It makes it so more realistic because, you know, buses should have the company's name and logo and all that stuff, and paint jobs and all that on them. And it just looks so much better with it. So, as I say, I do like those animated gates. You do have to get very close to them. You do have to watch in case they're opening outwards, because then you're going to have to reverse back. Otherwise they'll crash into the truck, smash your headlights or something. But I do like that mod. It's pretty cool. So we are turning towards Lille and Brussels now, so maybe this isn't the road. Maybe this is the way that we went before. I'm not sure, to be honest, but let's go round here. Depending on where jobs are available, we will add on new roads to the explored percentage as we go. Particularly if we aim for different countries we haven't been to. We haven't been to Norway, Sweden or Finland yet, I don't think. We've been to Denmark. I don't think we've been to Scandinavia as such. Then there's all the Eastern European countries. So we've only just been into Poland, Belarus and across to Russia, so if you're going anywhere else around there you're going to explore lots of new roads. And then there's some southern stuff. To go to Italy, went to Milan, didn't we? I'm sure there'll be new bits to explore down there as well. We can get across towards Romania, Bulgaria, through the Balkans area, because we've got Project Balkans installed now, so yeah, there's a fair amount we can go at. Not sure we've been to Scotland yet, have we? Did we go to Wick? I'm not sure that we did. We went to Cardiff, didn't we? I'm sure we've been into Wales. There are still plenty of areas to explore. Now we've got one of these French toll roads. We did come this way. This is the A26 we're going on to in a minute. We definitely came this way before, I'm sure we did. It rings a bell, guys, it rings a bell. So Reims next. Didn't we go Reims way? So I think we came down here. And turned right into here to head towards Reims. I'm sure we did. I tend to forget because I've got a couple of other profiles that I play offline with VTCs. I sort of forget which profile I've visited which cities. It's quite hard to remember. I should keep a list really. I should write a checklist as we go of which cities I've been to, which lorry dealers and recruitment agencies I've discovered, so we can tick them off as we go, sort of thing. Something you could easily do in something like an Excel file, and you know, maybe just colour cells or something as you go through them. Could do that. But the guy just went up the other side of the road, was carrying a helicopter in the back of his trailer. What a pretty cool cargo to get. Might be from a you might need a mod to get that cargo. Not sure. Or it might be that we need the fragile and high value cargo skills upped further. It's possible. It's interesting sometimes to see these different cargoes being taken around by the AI trucks and making you think, oh, I might get that at one point. I believe there is a trailer you can get with a load of sports cars on it. I don't see the idea of that. I don't know what they are, what make they are, but a trailer full of sports cars. That would be high value cargo. You never know, we might get it at some point. So let's... And there's another one of those towers with the round bit on the top to our left. I still don't know what they are. Are they water towers or something? I don't know what they are. Okay, so we're coming to a rest area and we need to rest, so I'm going to rest here. I can't remember how long we've got to go, but well, it's only 3 hours, so yeah, resting here will be fine. And then we've got 7 hours to do once we've rested 7 hours, and we will be in Dijon. So that's not too bad. Okay, where's the parking area? This way, don't look at it. Really? Oh, okay, fine, fair enough, in there, yeah. I can live with that. Try not to wake any of the other drivers up if they're in the middle of a sleep. Ooh, Beck's beer. Very nice too. I like Beck's. It's quite a nice beer. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Another thing to mention is Eurotruck does have a radio player where you can put your own songs into a music folder and then play them, or you can select radio streams. The only problem is we can't really do that on YouTube because we'll fall foul of the copyright rules. So that's why I've not got the radio going. Which is a shame because it's quite a nice feature in a way. You can stream your favourite radio station direct from the internet while you're driving along. It doesn't seem to affect performance in any way. Quite cool, but you can't do it on YouTube because, as I say, you'll fall foul of YouTube's copyright regulations. But not to worry. Okay, so we'll get our toll paid hopefully any second. £29. So we're still on very nearly £29. We're down to 28.8 now. But no loans at all. We are solvent. As most companies run continually on credit, it's quite an achievement in a way. We can borrow a lot of money if we want to, but at the moment I want to get better trucks, better Volvo trucks, ultimately up to those 750 horsepower jobs, and for that we need to keep working and go up the levels, and then I will be spending money on that. Okay, so we need to come down here. Quite a tight bend, this one. 31 mile an hour limit. Actually quite tight and uphill. You've got to have a lot of trouble exceeding 31 down there, to be honest. Okay, so I think we're right in this lane actually. I think we had to move out again, but we didn't. Whoa! Oh, okay. Pull in front of me, why don't you? Woo! That was close. The AI does still do some crazy things at times, but I avoided it just. It's like driving in London where you take your life in your hands. Fear for your life on the roads of London. Okay, so let's going off again here on the A4 at the moment. We're going off Metz and Liège. Is it Liège in Belgium? Or is it France? I'm not sure. I thought it was Belgium. I might be wrong. Okay, so up here. And now we need to go right. A nice French countryside, few trees, fields, very pleasant. Pleasant area. I think it's one of the great things about Eurotruck is the scenery. I have to say, I do think it's really nice. Very well done. And Promods and Rusmap and the other extensions adding more territory and a few extra assets and so on into the game make it even better. There's a windmill there, sails going round. Hello windmill. Obviously a farming area. It looks like on the left here we've got a load of bales. Those round, what I call Rolo, bales of whatever. Wheat, straw, don't know, something like that. I always think of them as being Rolos because of the round shape. Uphill again. So how far are we out? 200 miles still. Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. I don't think this video will be too long, guys. It shouldn't take us too much longer to get there. Eurotruck, of course, has its own time, so to speak. 1/20th something? Or is that the scale of the map? I'm not sure. Something like that, anyway. But obviously, it says it's going to take 5 hours for us to get there. It doesn't take 5 hours. It takes more like 15 minutes. 10 minutes, possibly, that would be. So, it has its own sort of time scale. I think it was ATS, American Truck Simulator. I saw they did a scale change to make it so that you didn't go by the distance of your journey quite as quickly. That takes a little bit longer. I think they did that to ETS quite a while ago. Because I first came to this via UKTS, the UK Truck Simulator, which is SCS, and that was the first one I ever played. And as the name suggests, that's only UK. But because I'm in the UK and so on, I did start off with that. But then, to be honest, you can explore everything in the UK reasonably quickly. Whereas Eurotruck gives you so much more territory to drive around because you've got the whole of Europe, obviously, and even more with the map mods we put in. So yeah, but I do remember your UK Truck Simulator. That was alright. Wasn't bad. Good introduction to the idea of truck driving on a PC, I've got to say. Around that time, I think it was Euro Truck Simulator, and before version 2, which is the one we obviously use now. Once they brought out Euro Truck Simulator 2, then that added a lot compared to where they were with the original Euro Truck Simulator. Petrol station coming up on my right, I think. Yeah. So if we hadn't carried on a bit, we could possibly have listed here, but we've got out of the way now. It's quite pretty, but the buildings with lights on. I'm sure that's a church, it's just a house. Very nice. And this will be a nice area of France heading down towards the south of France, and it's a very nice area. A lot of fishing lakes in France. I'm a bit of a fisherman as well, carp mainly. And there's a lot of fishing lakes in France. I have a brother-in-law who actually owns a couple of lakes in France, lucky him. There's quite a few around. I mean, there's quite a few around this area up here in Lincolnshire, but they're not the same as French ones. A lot of them are just holiday sort of chalet parks in Lincolnshire where you can also go fishing. So a lot of people come on holiday, if they're into fishing, they fish while they're here. I guess the same principle applies to France, but it's more specifically, geared to fishing. As it is across Europe, I believe there's some pretty good lakes in Poland as well. Because France are ones I've known and seen about, so I know there's quite a few in France. There's one that, oh god, there's a guy who owns a fishing tackle company, I can't remember the name, but he owns lakes in France as well, Danny something. I've seen videos on YouTube of him, and he owns some lakes in France. I think there's one called Gigantica or something like that. I'm not sure if he's saying the lake's gigantic or the fish are, or possibly both. But yeah, pretty sure that that's in France. Fancy camping out under the stars for a week or something, sitting by the side of the lake? I know that wouldn't be everybody's idea of fun, but very relaxing. The problem is these days, everybody is so obsessed with phones and tablets and everything else. I mean, you're not going to be able to charge them, are you? If you're sitting in a tent for a week. So, I don't know what they do about that. Maybe there are places where you can charge them at the venues, I don't know. I suppose cars, I mean some cars would charge your mobile up. And most cars will use a cigarette light socket, you've got an adapter which you can then plug a cable into. So maybe that's what they do, I don't know. Say everybody's so into phones and tablets and everything else these days that you can't sort of imagine people sitting there for a week and not charging their phone up. They'd be lost without it, wouldn't they? Meanwhile, we are doing nicely. We're only a little bit over 100 miles now. Should be there fairly soon, guys. Too long at all. As long as we don't get lost or do anything crazy, we should be fine. And apart from that incident where that guy decided to drive into the back of me, it's been a fairly straightforward journey. We are getting quite low on fuel though, so at some point we will need to refuel. Not, I think, on this journey, but before going too far on the next one. Dijon on the signpost there, that's what we want, and another toll. So if I do see somewhere to refuel on the way into Dijon, I think we'll do it, but if we don't, I'll have to wait for the beginning of the next journey, but we won't be going terribly far without getting some fuel somewhere. Keep the ticket, will do. I'm going to go again. So it looks like we have to go right down here. Onto a fairly major road by the look of it. I might see some services to get some fuel. More chance on these major roads than on the little ones, I would have thought. See how useful Track IR is that you can just look in that left mirror. It's so cool. Such a good idea. If anybody doesn't know Track IR, basically you have a device that you put on your monitor, which is a receiver effectively, and then something you click to your headset, and then as you move your head, it tracks by infrared where your head is moving and changes the view in the game. And Euro Truck is a TrackIR compatible game. There are a lot now. A lot more games are implementing TrackIR capability because it's become so popular. There are others. There are other alternative. Fuel coming up. Yeah, there are alternatives to TrackIR. Just search TrackIR alternatives if you fancy something different, but I find TrackIR works well. Only thing is you have to avoid sunlight hitting the sensor on your monitor. If you've got a window behind you and the sun's shining in, then it won't work because it works by infrared, and if the sun's shining on it, then it can't work out what's going on and basically loses signal effectively, or I suppose gets too much signal if you look at it that way. It's easy to tell because you can, in the software, click on the camera view and you can see effectively what the camera's seeing, and if you see loads of red dots or red areas across the camera view, then you know that's sunlight hitting it. Other than that, it's pretty good. I would not be without it now, I have to say. I'm not sure what version they're on. The one I've got is TrackIR 5. I guess they've probably moved on to 6 or maybe even 7 by now. It's not the cheapest thing in the world. I don't know how much you can pick it up for at the moment. I mean, it wouldn't be the cheapest thing in the world, I'll warn you of that. But very, very useful. And not just for Euro Truck, there are many games it supports, and you can find online list of supported games and see if your favourite games are in there. Okay, so we've refueled, that was good. We've still got nearly 28,000 in the bank, and we are a mere 75 miles out, so we're going to be there very shortly now. Traffic's not too bad. Carrying again sausages or something. Yep, 17 tons of sausages. DB Schenker in Dijon. Maybe they're going to have the sausages with the Dijon mustard. Sounds quite nice. I'm not a great fan of mustard personally, but French are, I know. Surprised they're importing British sausages, but there you go. So we will just finish this last 60 miles, by which time we'll be looking at resting again. So at the start of the next episode we'll be resting again and taking another job and seeing where we go next. Oh, police, hello there. Within the speed limit, I've got the cruise control enabled, so not going to have a problem with that. Another boat that lorry was carrying. There's quite a lot of boats. Another one, isn't there? No, it's not. Well, I don't know, it might be. I'm not sure on that one. Look like speedboats or something. Some of these ones are carrying. Pretty cool. That again would be a high value cargo. You wouldn't want to be damaging that, would you? Imagine the penalties for damaging a speedboat would be pretty high. So 40 miles. A convertible, that was a light one. Helicopter on the back of that truck he just went by. I see some unusual cargoes at times. And so I think they'll come under high value. Because they certainly would be. You can't pick up a helicopter very cheap, I don't think. Or a speedboat when it comes to that. So I think they'll all be covered by putting more points onto high value cargo, which we'll do as we go, because I'm increasing fragile and high value at every opportunity now. Once I get to about 4 on long distance, 4 on high value and 4 on fragile, then I usually do the ADRs, which gives us even more variety because you'll get explosives and chemicals, and but we really need a set of beacons for that, which I don't think are available till level 10. But if we've done 4 on each of long distance, fragile and high value, then we're going to be at level 12, 13, aren't we? So therefore beacons should be available at that point, so when we buy the new lorry we stick beacons on it, and then we can carry the hazardous cargoes, because you should have beacons on if you're carrying anything like that, or anything oversized. I think in one profile I was playing, I actually saw somebody, one of the AI trucks was carrying radioactive cargo. So how you get to that? Maybe that's the highest ADR? Oh, radioactive cargo? What on earth would you be carrying around that's radioactive? Perhaps something from a nuclear power plant or something. Interesting. I mean, I can't say I've ever seen a radioactive cargo in the game except this AI truck that was carrying it. I'm pretty sure it said radioactive. I think that'd be pretty rare. Okay, so we're going right again here, guys, and we are 10 miles out basically. Well, 11, but 10 now. There you go, 10 miles out. We'll indicate right, so we're going off here, and this will take us into Dijon. Okay, so we're into Dijon now. We're looking for DB Schenker is the depot we're looking for. That's where this load's got to go. Sausages. Hopefully this guy in front is going to slow down a little bit. 43 mile/hour limit. It's going quite slow, but perhaps like me, he doesn't know where he is. In this case, being cautious, he's not in the least bit unreasonable. Now it's dropping to 31 anyway, so in 31. Dijon discovered, there we go. Bon voyage of progress down in the bottom right hand corner. 3 out of 23, I think it is. I thought we might get some progress on that. And you could really take jobs all in France for a while, assuming they're available of course, but assuming there are jobs available going anywhere in France, you could take them for a while and probably complete that achievement reasonably quickly. I like to have a bit more variety and get a bit further afield across Europe. When the opportunity arises, come back through France to achieve some of that, and also occasionally head back to the good old UK. It looks like we've got a very easy parking space here, from what I can see. Gates are shut. Let's just look across here. Get quite close to them. There we go. Let the gates open. And don't go backwards, just sit there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is pull over here so that I can then swing straight round. In theory will be, don't forget my parking spaces are on random, so it's not like I'm choosing ridiculously easy ones, it's just this is what the game's decided to give me. You can put them all on difficult if you want. I like the idea of it being on random and letting the game choose for me, so there we go. Disconnect the trailer and let's see how we did. Excellent. Lovely. 20,000. Got a 2,041 proficiency bonus and a 1,626 long distance bonus. Okay, that's fine. And 15 XP for parking the trailer because it was an easy one. I think you'll find if it does pick you a more difficult one, you get more XP bonus for it. Okay, so that's the end of that episode, guys. Join me next time when we will nip round the corner and rest somewhere and get another job. Okay, take care. See you next time. Bye now. Happy trucking.